I'm Tony.
And welcome to.
Salem, I'm hit.
We've already had an episode where we talked about the douchebaggery because all celebrities hate you because 99.9% of the people that are rich and famous are problematic. But instead of focusing on those douchebags again, let's focus on the people that still need a job and deal with them even though they suck.
Exactly. If I had money, I wouldn't put up with people. Everything, I'd be fucking Tony Stark. Fucking everything be fucking robotic.
And you'd definitely be just as problematic as any of the rich people that we're gonna
Yeah,
just
but you know
touch
what?
on.
I am 9% white, so
So gross. Stop reminding people.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about that because I kind of wanted to see Anna this weekend, but then I didn't want to because Luc Besson and he's kind of trash. But then I'm like, it's not just his project, and it's also the random revenge flick with a chick in it. So I kind of want to see. I mean, that's what sold me on Atomic Blonde and half of his other movies. Before the media told me he was trash. I mean, I kind of he's rich.
well,
He's got to
you
be
know,
trash.
well, just Captain Marvel. I wanted to see that and see because I didn't. I don't know who I seriously don't know who the fuck she is. I do not recognize her.
Yeah, she started trashing her stunt people, and I was like, man, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, sit there. Yeah, sit there. And then when right there, she'd run around pissing everybody off right before the movie come out. You know, even publicly, and sit there again.
These things are not on the same level of douchebaggery, but there is douchebaggery all around.
Yeah, and so that's part of the reason why I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't get in a hurry to go see that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna watch Captain Marvel, and I'm probably still gonna watch Anna. Maybe at like the $2 movies because I'll get drunk and decide it's a good idea.
Yeah,
Tuesdays are boring sometimes.
exactly. Exactly. I just rented it. It's like fuck it, Okay, that. And frankly, it's not that good of a movie.
Well, I mean, what, Captain Marvel or Anna?
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome in the way
It's
that.
not, it's not, it's not Wonder Woman.
Eh, well, I mean, it would still be awesome in a way that it's a Marvel character to do the same thing that Wonder Woman did, sort of, but it took them a dick year to make a female-led movie, and then it's not good for them, but who cares? Marvel makes fantastic other films. I mean, they made people go watch Ant-Man. That's skill right there.
Yeah,
Fucking Ant-Man. I don't have enough scotch for a rant on Ant-Man. Nowhere near enough scotch for a rant on Ant-Man. I actually ranted about that at work yesterday. It was like an hour and a half. It was bad.
Mhm.
But then my coworker was joining in. It was like, yeah, it was pretty trash. Paul Rudd. What?
No, I was saying I recognize him, but I don't recognize him.
Well, I mean, Paul Rudd, he way back in Clueless, man. He was Josh and the Big Brother in Clueless.
Okay, that's that's why I was like I recognize him, but I don't. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, what the fuck,
Well, I just dated at least me. You're older, so that's worse. No one cares about Clueless anymore, and that's a shame. But because if we think about it, I mean, there's not really a production that you can go see that doesn't have somebody that's trashing it anymore. Not really.
Yeah.
Because even if you think that they're not, there's always one.
Yeah, sit there, like the ones that are like, see Steve Harvey's like this, sit there, it's like, do not talk directly to Steve Harvey. Sit there, I've heard this from several accounts, bartenders at clubs and people, sit there. He comes in with an entourage, and everybody's like, "Don't talk, do not speak directly to him."
Why would somebody want to talk to him in general? I'll never understand.
But anyway, but like, I
But
mean,
I feel
that's
for
the
all the
kind of
people that work on the
bullshit.
show.
I just want to walk up and go, "Fuck you,"
Yeah. Like, okay, I'm going to use another Game of Thrones example to elaborate on what I mean by the unsung heroes behind this, not just saying vague things about the people that have to deal with the trash. Like, the main writers on Game of Thrones at the end were just trash. But, like, the rest of the staff working were still on point. Like the people who were shooting the scenes and the like the general directors were doing a pretty decent job with the crap they were handed. The visuals came out pretty well. I mean,
I wouldn't know, but yeah.
Well, I mean, YouTube exploded with these things, and you can't click around them anymore. It's like the pop-ups in Futurama. You just can't avoid this. But it seems like even the actors were trying really hard, even though they should have just tapped out and just read the paper. Mm-hmm. I mean, what are you gonna do? You still got to go to work. Mm-hmm. Like you haven't phoned in a day at work. It's like my every Friday, but. And when I was thinking about other productions where trashy people were, like Kevin Spacey's show that was on Netflix, everyone else was doing a fantastic job, and it really threatened the life of the production because of one shitty egg. But we can't let the shitty egg taint the whole production. Like,
I mean, well, sit there, one asshole's got to fuck everything up for everybody.
Yeah, what NCIS now? Isn't that, I want to say Mark Harmon?
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing now where everybody else on the NCIS is like, yeah, he sucks? But people just deal with him because everyone else is fairly awesome? That's terrible. I mean, I think they should just get rid of the bad egg. I mean, I feel like they did a good job getting rid of the bad eggs in the case of Kevin Spacey and Jeffrey Tambor and a couple. But I don't know if that actually removed him. I kind of stopped reading about that. There's been a few folks that have been removed and replaced with other people, and we just moved on with our lives. I mean, nobody made a big deal when they replaced Aunt Viv on Fresh Prince. Like, well, just replace the motherfucker. I don't care if he's the lead of the show. Just replace him. They do it on soap operas all the time. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Let everyone else keep their job. And then you can fuck off. Like, I had an issue with the problematic writing in, what was it, season 3 or 2 of Orphan Black when they had the boy clones.
I think it was 3 because it was a little while into it. It was
yeah. I mean, those writers came off as full-on trash because the dude clones were just gross and redundant and very one-dimensional. But, I still wanted to give the effects crew a hug every day that they showed up to work.
Yeah.
The best fucking effects crew I've ever seen on a damn show, I swear. I wish they could skip off into the sunset happily ever after. Forever. Because they were some bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They weren't necessarily in a full-on problematic show, but it was a problematic season that kind of almost cost the show its life. Those are them stupid boy clones. But I'm not going to blame the actor for that because you honestly can't do dick for acting as multiple people next to Tat. You can't do that. Like, she was so fantastic, like, why even try?
Yeah.
He could have done what would be considered before her coming into the show gold. And it still would not have gone even near her skill level in that.
Yeah.
That was just unfortunate. I would not have volunteered for that job because you just... What's his name? Where is he now? Nowhere.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know his name, and I'm fucking IMDb, dude. Like, yeah. No idea who that motherfucker is.
Exactly. But goddamn, everybody knows her name.
Yeah. That's the best. Tatiana Maslany. I think I'm saying it correctly, but I'm not sure. Because every time I watch all the behind the scenes stuff, they just call it Tat.
Well, I'm not even going to try, so.
Yeah, that would be funny, though. You could have like a little ticker for every time you do it wrong and just make it sound like a Cinema Sins video. That's bad. But yeah, because I was like I said, I wanted to see Anna, but I know it's going to be a retread of everything else. I know it's going to be trying to milk the shit out of the popularity of Atomic Blonde and shit like that, like Red Sparrow, and then fucking Hannah. Hannah. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
really, to me, this just seems like it's a bit more of a, just from, I mean, from what I, the one preview I've seen of it, it seems like it's almost just a fucking version of fucking grown up Hannah, of the first movie,
Yeah.
not the series, but the
Dude, I
movie.
need to watch the series. I just realized that's on my list way too far back, and I need to move it up. But I love the movie so much, I don't want to be disappointed by the series.
The series ain't bad, so there,
Don't say that. Now that makes it worse. It's gonna make me cry into my scotch.
but
Okay, I'm not gonna
give it
ruin
a
my
choice,
scotch.
I'd watch the movie.
I mean, that's what I was gonna do, and also I'm not going to ruin my scotch. But
So that, I mean, so there, if you want to, as far as like what's, even with Anna, I mean, like I said, Anna seems more like a more grown up version of Hannah, especially going off the movie, and it actually really didn't, the time frame's right because it's 10 years later.
yeah.
you
But
know,
I was just gonna go for mindless Saturday or Friday evening
you know,
popcorn flick with some bourbon and roll with it.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, actually, I would have been like, sit there because see that or
But I must have to see Child's Play this weekend because it's coming up against Toy Story, and that's just it's. I just have to.
yeah, it was, I don't know, hell, shit, I didn't even watch the last one.
I yeah. Well, I mean, I did watch all the ones with Jennifer Tilly. The Toy Story or Child's Play. You say you didn't
uh,
watch the last one.
Toy Story. I only watched. I really,
I only watched the first two.
yeah, same here on Child's Play.
Child's Play. I did enjoy the ones with Jennifer Tilly.
Child's Play and Toy Story. I've only seen the first two.
No, you have to watch the Child's Play movies with Jennifer Tilly because she makes them fun. She's always ridiculous in everything, and it's great.
I don't know.
True.
Just hell, honestly, sit there. It's like hell there for a while. It seemed like they were coming out every fucking 20 minutes. That's why I was like, and now they're, and now they're now they're revamping, because hell, Child's Play, there's what 7 fucking Child's Play movies.
I think.
Yeah, it's not, fucking bright, I was like, it's kind of fucking just, redundant now, sit there, Bride of Chucky, hell, there's like 3 movies with her in it.
But I know, and I watched those, and those were great. But at this point, they
Like,
re-piqued my interest because Chucky's going to be Mark Hamill.
exactly.
And that's going to be glorious no matter what happens. I mean, he was the best Joker, and now he wants to take on Chuck. I'm just ready.
Yeah, actually, I sit there, I just wondering if fucking they talk fucking, John, John, Gruden, the head coach for the Raiders to do a cameo in the movie. Because because if you ever sit there, because that son of a bitch seriously looks stood up like fucking Chucky. That's what I mean. That's that's what they call it.
I don't think they'll have an overlapping audience though, so I don't know. Yeah, because they are revamping the idea of terrible serial killer and changing it to evil AI, and Mark Hamill is an evil AI and a doll that's murdering children. It's that ridiculous, and I can't fight the urge to go see it.
Yeah.
Plus, it means I'm not spending money on Toy Story, and that matters to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy the Toy Story movies. Hell, I'll probably still end up eventually enjoying a Toy Story movie, but that's not the point. I don't want to. Wait till I'm more drunk and then I'll watch one.
It's a tear fucking hell. It's like hell. The fucking Dark Phoenix movie. That damn thing didn't even fucking make 50 million.
Good, cause quit it. I mean, Make sure.
I
I just want to make sure
I
that.
think Endgame is still fucking pulling in more money than that motherfucker it is, and it's been out for 2 months.
Okay, so once again, unsung heroes. I want to make sure every actor that's in that motherfucker got their paycheck, and everybody that worked on it gets their money. But fuck that whole thing.
Mm.
Because I'm so pissed off. There's been like 900 X-Men movies, and there ain't been one fucking X-Men movie.
Yeah.
But that is a beef from a way too diehard fan and way too much of a nerd. I mean, they've made a bunch of Wolverine movies, but they've never made a fucking X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Even First Class, which everybody loves, is not a fucking X-Men movie. It's an Xavier Magneto love story, but it ain't a damn X-Men movie.
No. No, sit there because why is everybody scared to bring out the fucking Centons and the space prison and all that good shit?
The Sentinels in the space prison and shit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that's half the fucking shit. And
they're forever fighting the techno future that Bishop comes from. No, I'm sorry. They're forever fighting the techno future that Bishop and Cable come from. And we're not dealing with that at all because Sentinels are just a thing in the X-Men, hanging out, shooting mutants in the face. But whatever, fuck all that backstory. Let's just deal with Mystique never actually being naked and blue and being really weird about her powers and being Jennifer fucking Lawrence.
That's gonna say that. Because honestly, I did not know that was your, like no, it's there. No, I want the fucking blonde chick. I want the blonde.
Well, Rebecca Romijn nailed it.
Yeah.
But no, Jennifer Lawrence is not the worst. Like I don't hate her with the intensity of 1,000 Suns like some other actresses, but like she's just kind of there, and she didn't really want to be a Mystique. And it very much shows. So she just kind of trudged through wanting to do cooler shit. Which, I understand because they're not really X-Men movies, so fuck them anyway. But it was a whole lot, and it could have been better. I mean, she just showed up and read the paper, and then she didn't want to wear the blue makeup because fuck all that. I didn't like it. Nobody was happy with this. No one was happy with this. But.
And I mentioned, sit there, hell, even the Darth, sit there, the chick playing fucking. Of course, that I don't understand, even the dark, even the, I didn't like the comic books when that shit came out.
The only good adaptation so far of the Dark Phoenix stuff was probably the animated series from the 90s because I didn't like a lot of the comic interpretations.
Yeah.
I hated what they wanted to do with Dark Phoenix in X3, the one that they fucking retconned because it was trash. Yeah. But like I said, everybody did a fairly good job with the trash they were handed. Please give a round of applause for people that, salvaged the dirt as much as they could. But it was trash. And then there was this nonsense Dark Phoenix. I mean, the Dark Phoenix saga requires 3 fucking movies. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, and they fucking, want to fucking squeeze all that bullshit and...
I mean, there's aliens and the Phoenix Force and some jacked up shit all over this thing, and they just want to throw it into one movie. It's like, no, you need minimally 3 hours of that shit.
I mean, they made 3 movies out of the fucking Hobbit.
Tony, I don't have enough scotch for this rant. We've already done this before. I think it's one of them that I never finished editing because it was too long for me to deal with. I don't even know if that's an episode that got released because that rant went on forever.
Yeah, I'm just, but they couldn't break that down.
No, let's make Dark Phoenix one film. This convoluted, super deep, many layered story. We're just gonna shove it into a short ass picture. Like, what? No. You wanted to make 800 fucking Twilight movies, but you can't stretch out Dark Phoenix? I mean, granted, all 3 pieces would have been trash. because we're still working with the same people in the X-Men universe that doesn't give a fuck about the X-Men.
Yeah.
But
yeah, at the same time, though, it's still,
yeah, I mean, they killed off Cyclops because nobody likes James Marsden in one of the movies. Whatever what did he do to people? Like, what douchebag did that and screwed over James Marsden?
I mean, well, yeah, I mean, fucking how the fuck he kills, like,
I don't even think he's one of the shitty people that we're talking about, like James Marsden. I haven't heard anything terrible about him yet. I don't want to look because then I'll be sad.
I mean, hell, fucking Cyclops and fucking, is in every fucking thing.
Yeah, after she dies, he has a clone of her that he knocks up, and then they make more Summerses, and then the universe almost dies many times because of the Summer children that he has with the clone. But this will be part of that three-piece Phoenix saga. Maybe. No, they'll never do a three-piece Phoenix saga. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about the X-Men, and it's depressing.
No, about the fucking Avengers.
The fucking Avengers like, your mom can fucking be an Avenger, and that's why I don't give a shit about the Avengers. Like, the fucking Duck was an Avenger for a hot minute. Like, Howard the fucking Duck was an Avenger, man. Okay, we're touching on way too many hot topics this time. I'm just getting mad and I'm just drinking it like it's fucking water. This is hurting my liver. That's what it's doing. And my kidneys. Poor bastards. No. Drink responsibly. Why can't the X-Men be great? I'm just gonna watch the cartoon.
Okay, and sit there and listen, because and no Gambit.
Dude, why does everyone hate Gambit so much?
I mean, he's in the fucking shitty Wolverine movie, and that's it. What the fuck,
Where they botched Deadpool to hell.
Like I said, the shitty Wolverine movie. I said this shit.
No, I had to remind the handful of people that care. That's the movie we're talking about. I mean, honestly.
Okay, the first shitty Wolverine movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's quite a few Wolverine movies, and none of them were great.
Well, honestly, I didn't know, that other one, with the Wolverine where it takes on that stuff. I didn't even know that motherfucker. I just sit there, I caught it on TV. I was like, never even heard that damn movie. What the fuck is this shit?
Like, Logan was great. Otherwise, fuck him. I should watch Logan again. That might make me feel a little better. I mean, at least at least in that they had a female character from the comic and they gave her a decent portrayal. Like X-23 had a decent portrayal in that film. They never said her name was X-23, but that's okay. Yeah. That would have been too much nerd on that film. As a standalone film, it was fantastic. And we got Patrick Stewart as the awesome Xavier that he is. Yeah, I mean, we're not dealing with shitty actors here. We're dealing with shitty people in charge.
Yeah.
That's worse than the shitty actor, because you can just replace the shitty actor. Shitty people in charge, they just kind of stay there and fuck off everybody else. I'm sorry, fuck over everybody else.
Yeah. And, sit there, with the whole Me Too movement. I'm surprised fucking Spalding fucking hasn't came up with anything. Came up with all, and all the shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the whole accusations have tapered off, considering how trashy everyone is.
Yeah. I mean, sit there. I mean, I don't know, sit there, because actually, of course, then again, half of us like, who's surprised by this?
Yeah.
This guy's a douchebag treating women like pieces of and this surprises you how, or more. I mean, excuse me, this surprises you why?
They should just add like a ticker to the bottom of the screen, like on the news, where it just like on a snow day when they show what schools are canceled. It should just be one of those. And this motherfucker, and this motherfucker, and this motherfucker.
Yeah, their motherfucker has a little bit of money and a penis. You already know he's a fucking asshole.
Exactly. This is Tony saying this, not me. The one with the penis said that's not me. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree, but I didn't start that shit.
I mean, it's like fucking Burkhead, fucking, I went to middle school with that fucking, his little brother was a fucking,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
you're
so
gonna tell a story about some trashy dude. It's gonna sound like everything else.
yeah, so there, well, like I said, because see, I can talk about Burkhead, because like I said, I went to middle school with that fucking cocksucker, so, I know, yeah.
Yeah. There needs to be like a Robin Hood of celebrity trash that just robs all the celebrities that are terrible. just the digital awesome guy, and it's not me because I'm way too lazy for that. So if that does happen, I didn't do it. I don't have that kind of free time. It was not me. Please don't chase me over that shit because I'm not gonna commit crimes that serious. But if someone does, I didn't tell you to do that. Shit, I've made a trap, haven't I?
Oops.
Salem I'm Hit is not responsible for any douchebag shit anybody else does. We didn't make you do it. Don't try to blame us. I'm gonna need like a reel of disclaimers that I just snap in. Well, we might have, a handful more viewers now since we're kind of well into the series with 4 seasons and all. Yay! It's longer than my other podcast. Which the hard drive died on, and I can't even put that up retroactively, which sucks.
No.
I know I need to make backups. As much as I'm into tech, I don't make backups like I'm supposed to because I'm a moron. I should totally back this up, or I could go out with my friends and drink. Which one am I gonna do? Still spilling liver and kidneys again.
Exactly.
So what have you stumbled into recently that has douchebaggery on top but not on the bottom? Video games. What's the trap? Oh. Okay, I got one now.
Well, Assassin's Creed turned into Gods of War.
Assassin's Creed turned into God of War?
Yeah, I told you I'm fighting through Hades now.
Well, I mean, it turned into Skyrim before that, but...
Yeah. Yeah, now it's turned into God of War. I'm fighting through Hades. Now I even said Hades!
No, it's Ares. Damn it.
Or Ares, whatever.
And you got to put the bass in it.
Yeah. Yeah, so there, well, it's almost 420, so
No, I just every time I read the word Ares, I have to, in my brain, it comes out in Kratos' voice.
Yeah.
I can't read horoscopes without busting out laughing. It's I'm sorry, the T.C. Carson, the dude from Living Single before he was Kratos, has ruined anything that has the word Ares in it for the rest of my life because I played that game way too damn much. And I almost want Christopher Judge to scream Ares like that, just so I can not be sure which one of them is gonna say Ares when I read the word. Because sometimes I'm 5. But let's talk about the douchebaggery there. When they went when they went to do the new God of War, they went in search of another voice actor that could replace T.C. Carson because he's not a big dude. He's a little guy. He's like an average human, which compared to Kratos is a little guy. Let's be honest. Kratos is massive. And they had to find someone with a similar sound to trick the stupid players, which they thought, but I'm like fapping for voice actors pretty much. Okay, no. It's not that serious. But I'm a fan of voice actors, so I knew it was T.C. Carson from Living Single when I heard Kratos' voice. And I know Christopher Judge from other stuff, and they found Christopher Judge and they had him be the actor because he could do the mocap because he's a massive fucking dude. And he's awesome. And as I hate to say this because I really like T.C. Carson's portrayal of Kratos, but Christopher Judge is a better actor overall, and he has done more types of voice work as well. He ends up portraying it better, but it was a little bit of douchebaggery on the hands of the people in charge, because there's been quite a few games where they've done the mocap for the physical as a different person than the actual face work. And it was kind of douchebaggery on the people in charge, which I don't want to be a detriment to anything else, that they couldn't do that with Kratos, because T.C. Carson's been Kratos for I don't even know how many years. And they coldly wrote him out of that shit. Like, he didn't know until Christopher Judge announced he was Kratos in the game. And he was like, well, what the fuck? You know, you build the character, you give him the mannerisms. Like, everybody knew Kratos as him. Like, his sound was his. And then Christopher Judge had to pretty much imitate some of those things about Kratos from the portrayal made by T.C. Carson. And the people in charge were pretty douchey about that. Even though they were going in a different direction with the games, which is a separate issue, but still worked out. But I feel like that was a different kind of douchebaggery, which affected everyone that worked on the game. I mean, we're not just going full on your controversial douchebaggery. Just being a douche to your employees is still being a douche. Like, you don't like I feel like they didn't quite do a similar thing to Michael Ironside with Splinter Cell. I think they let him know ahead of time because they didn't want him to kill them.
Yeah.
Because it's Michael Ironside. Would you piss that man off? I would not.
No.
He's a scary bastard. and like, if they replace Christopher Judge, they'll probably tell him ahead of time because he's massive. They had to find somebody as big as Kratos, and they did. And God forbid they write him out of a game without giving him a 9-month notice. I mean, I'm not saying he's violent, but I mean, Michael Ironside might be. Yeah, you don't play Sam Fisher like that.
No.
That little baby voice he had in Blacklist, boy. That was some bullshit right there. I think they begged and pleaded for him to come back, so whatever the next game is going to be Michael Ironside again. I think that's what's taking so long, is that they haven't offered him enough money yet. They're just throwing cash at him and then like, no, you pissed me off. It's like, no, you should have done that to me. Fucking fire me. But I was that same kind of heated when they did the same thing to the voice actor in Metal Gear Solid, but then that ended up being a plot point, so it was fine.
Yeah.
To the personal assistance of all these pieces of shits that we mentioned earlier, and in the other episode, we got your back.
Yeah, sit there, because like I said, you know, well, yeah, because like I said, hell, white with a penis, she's a dick.
Yeah.
You know, with any kind of money, you know, yeah, 9
They
times,
didn't even gotta have money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Like I said, but no, it's like I said, you get a motherfucker a little bit of money, and God, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, like I said, hell, I'd be the same fucking way, you know, how fucking less people I got in it. But I wouldn't be a jackass to people, you know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
In the face.
You know, I was there, you know, because hell, I say thank you to Alexa. You know what I'm saying?
I, for one, welcome our robot overlords.
Exactly. You know.
I think that should be the name of our fucking podcast. I, for one, welcome our robot overlords.
Exactly.
Because if I don't say it, I don't feel right. But I do. I really, really welcome our robot overlords, for real.
Yeah.
I got your back.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I say thank you to Alexa. You know, sit there and everything. You know, sit there. I'm like, you know, yeah, I wouldn't be a total douchebag to the people. You know, like I say, even worth a couple $1 million, I got some people working for me because I still wouldn't be a total douche about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do say thank you and yes, dear, to my Google Assistant in my car.
Yeah.
Because they're just as sentient as half the people I know, I swear.
Yeah.
One of the most popular unsung hero here is our robot overlords that are coming.
Yes.
Because everybody has their equivalent of their modern equivalent of a PDA. And I respect the hell out of them motherfuckers too. Because I'm sure they put them gross, nasty selfies on those machines and dick pics and whatever the hell else gross they're doing. And let's really focus on our digital friends that have to deal with this nonsense. And let's give them a moment of silence. No laughing, silence. I'm going to have to insert the silence. But I'm dead serious. These poor digital bastards have to deal with our shit. Thank you for listening to Salem I'm Hit. You can find us at salemimhit.com on your lovely podcasting platforms like Stitcher, iTunes, blah, 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 blah.